Shalom. Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rekakwadash, and double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, as well as the elder bishops. Greetings to the hopeful elect, which are the true biblical bloodline Israelites, which are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, as well as the Israelite form of Gentiles that might look like the heathen nations. And just get it started by playing. Here these niggas go. As soon as I start the damn lesson, I'm at work, so bear with me.
Is very deleterious to biological systems. In fact, there's already over 100 studies looking at what's called the millimeter wave gigahertz frequencies that 5G broadbands use, and it has been linked in basically every study that's not industry funded to significant gene expression alterations, DNA damage, some found tumor growth, and neurological injury.
Go to the next video.
You were going to have schools, universities, and colleges are going to say, you want to come to this college, buddy? You're going to get vaccinated. Lady, you're going to get vaccinated. Big corporations like Amazon and Facebook and all of those others are going to say, you want to work for us, you get vaccinated. And it's been proven that when you make it difficult for people in their lives, they lose their ideological bullshit and they get vaccinated.
Thank you. Are all objections to COVID vaccinations ideological bullshit, Dr. Fauci?
No, they're not, and that's not what I was referring to.
Well, that's exactly what you meant when you said making it hard for people to live without getting a vaccination. You affected people's ability to
Look at
work,
the niggas in the back.
travel.
The niggas in the back giggling. The two niggas right here on his left and his right. Especially the bald head, and when he had to cover his mouth, he almost started laughing. Let me rewind that.
In American,
Because
American side,
like we've been saying, this is all theater. And these guys are, which it doesn't make sense to me, because the elite, when I say elite, they're not really elite. Now the Bible calls these people in Isaiah the 14th chapter Luciferians, meaning that light bearer, meaning that they know the truth, and this is how they deceive the world. This is the people that the Most High set up on the over the earth to deceive the earth. Job 9:24, the earth was given into the hands of the wicked. When you go into Revelations, the 20th chapter, it goes into how, this man, he came out of the caves, Caucasus Mountains, to deceive the earth again. After the fall of Rome, he went into the caves and came back into his rebirth during the Renaissance. And it was back on with deceiving the world. But this is a stage. So the elite, right, they're not elite, but, for the sake of prophecy, the Most High set them up over the earth, the bases of men. All right, look at the word base. And so this is who you have over you, base men. No regards of life, nothing. Just, their own, these people want to stay in power because, shit, this is their only chance. They're the basis of all men. So it's all, they'll come together, when it comes to doing this wickedness. And let's check them out laughing. Let me rewind right there.
Logical bullshit, Dr. Fauci?
No, they're not, and that's not what I was referring to.
Well, that's exactly what you meant when you said making it hard for people to live without getting a vaccination. You affected people's ability to work, travel, be educated, to actually flourish in American society, to self-determine, as we're all given God-given rights. Shame on you.
Or maybe I was wrong. I thought I saw him laughing. But shit,
Agora, não sei por que alguém faz uma coisa dessa.
Let's see what else we got, Salaki. I don't know.
You were going to have schools,
About 23% of all corpses had these white fibrous clots. It was a multi-year, 4-year survey of embalmers across 5 countries. Among all of these 800 embalmers scattered across the globe, 75% of them observed these long white fibrous clots coming out of corpses when they were embalming.
And I want to mention that I want to be covered by the Copyright Act, because I'm not making any monetizing off of this video, just for educational purposes. Now, this is, we've been talking about for years, the great I told you so. This is not you know, we're not looking for our big showtime to say, I told you so. But these people are so in denial. This is one of the first I told you so that these people can actually, you know, they can't run from. Whether it's our parents, our families,
87, are you back?
people around us, you know, us prophets, we've been out there screaming at you people. You know, all the other stuff, you don't, you know, they want to deny, you know, World War III, you know, inflation, this whole red pill movement, all these different things we've been talking about has been manifesting. You know, they don't want to give it to us. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you know. But this is one, you know, going back to 2020, teaching out in Pasadena, preaching the word, shit. We literally had lines of, it used to be people lined up across the street from us. I mean, nowhere to go because they're waiting to go into these stores. You know, it was lines back then. So, you know, they had to listen to us scream and yell at them, you know, about this jabby jab, you know, not taking the jab, how niggas was gonna come up missing and going back to the spirit realm, yelling at motherfuckers, man. So I know there's some motherfuckers out there that's thinking about that now. That's probably already went back to the spirit realm. And the scriptures say that the prophet, you know, you know, a prophet, you know, once the thing that he prophesied comes to pass, right? So I just wanted to, you know, state that, all right. And from the leadership on down, Apostle Tahar on down, Spirit of the Lord told us not to take that because we're not deceived about, you know, Satan's devices. We know what the scriptures say: never trust thine enemy. So as iron rusteth, you know, so is his wickedness. Though he go crouching and humbleth himself, you know, don't trust him. War is in his heart, you know. And this devil, he'll do whatever. He'll say he's willing to stoop down. He's willing to give you money. He's willing to put you on a team, whatever he has to do to get what he wants out of you. And that's, you know, why I said, you know, when you go into Revelations 18, it talks about how once this place is destroyed, Babylon the Great, you know, this is a place that has, you know, taken the souls of men. That's one of the things that's going to be, you know, it talks about, you know, all the things that's going to be destroyed and the ships and all of these different things, the commerce, the merchandise. But also one of the things, the souls of men. All right. This place is known to take your soul, and the people that rule this place, the wicked, for the sake of the movie, man, the Most High set these people up to be, you know, to be cruel. Because what do you do with a population of people that are all into idolatry, self-will, okay, totally rebellious against the Most High? With their mouth they speak as if they're close, but in their hearts, in their minds, they're far removed. Okay, you have the dietary law, you got laws on how to treat each other, how to, you know, take care of one another, the poor, what happens when you steal a person's stuff, you know, there's laws and penalties for that, committing adultery, idol worship, you know, all these different things, prostitution, whoremongering. And these things are not a highlight in the earth. As a matter of fact, you people over here in America accepted homosexuality. It's just another walk in the park. So what does the Most High has to do? He has to set up one over you that's more cruel than you. I have created the wicked for the day of evil. So now you have the people that's governing you. All right, the people that's ruling the earth are the wicked, not because there's wicked people among all nations, but the wicked, which happen to be the Edomites. All right, and don't debate with us, debate with the scholars that tell you that Esau, Edom is the so-called white man. All right, we're the Greeks and the Romans. All right, because their true nationality, the Edomites, according to this Bible. This is how you identify, okay, who's in power right now and where we're at in prophecy. So this was no surprise to us. Okay, we didn't need to know the detail of everything. We knew that we can't trust this devil. Okay.
And they barely saw them before 2021, and then 2021 hit all this.
You know what? I don't know how much time I got because this train is pulling up. So let me go into some of these scriptures. All right. Now the word doctor, just look up the etymology, means to falsify. The scriptures speak about a physician. You know, physician cutteth off a long disease. Who's the ultimate physician? Yahweh Shai. Okay, which he could do it through prayer. And when he comes back, us who are, submitted ourselves to the will of Yahweh Bashim Shai are going to be healed and receive perfection, immortality. We're going to be changed within the twinkling of an eye, as it says in 1 Corinthians 15th chapter. Anything we're going through, any shortcomings, any weaknesses, financial, health-wise, whatever, it's all going to be cured in that day. All right? But we know that we're not in the kingdom. We know that we're in an evil, wicked, evil empire where these people, the Bible tells us that they conspire. They can't even get sleep unless they cause some to stumble. That's what the scriptures say. So this is Ecclesiastes 8:1. Honor a physician, all right, with the honor due unto him for the uses which he may have of him, for the Lord hath created him. Like a real physician that deals with herbs. And see, these physicians today, they're all connected back to Satan, all right? It's not like the ancient world where the Israelites were still in their homeland and you still had certain people that held it down for the Lord. Now, the elect are the only people on the earth, okay? Which even on the left hand, them people can do certain things with the herbs. But when we were at our height, was when the herbs, a physician was most powerful, okay? Because the Lord was actually with us. Now the Lord is turning his face back towards us, right? So we have to still, move with wisdom, okay? For of the Most High cometh healing, and he shall receive honor of the king. Yes, your food should be your medicine. There's certain herbs. There's vegetables, fruits, some very powerful herbs on this earth that you can cure all this cancer stuff. And see, if the laws of the Most High the ordinances of the Most High were being kept in the earth, people wouldn't have cancer and diabetes. It's just that the people in power, they're taking shortcuts. It's about making money. They bleach all of the substantial, foods that we eat, like your flour is bleached and stripped of its minerals. It's loaded with pesticides. It's not like they clean it off when they dry it out and stuff. So you eating that stuff. It's on your fruits. That stuff is all carcinogenous, man. And that's very toxic. This is why people have so many diseases and cancers. All of the chemicals. It's all a slow kill. And some people's genetics aren't as strong as others. So you get sick right away. And that's where these falsified field, the doctor field, they'll come in and talk about it's hereditary. No, it's not hereditary. It's that your family got a bad diet and so do you. Y'all all eating the bad stuff. And guess what? Your parents, your family passed down your DNA to you. So you might not be able to hold, like your great grandmother. Your grandmother wasn't eating it, her food. They didn't have so many GMOs in her day. Now here you come along and you born right into it. So you're affected immediately, Let's it says, so a physician, if this was a righteous kingdom, if these were righteous people, all right, God-fearing Christians, which the Bible ain't dealing with Christianity. The original Christians were the Hebrew Israelites, all right. This form of Christianity is plantation Christianity, white supremacy. It has nothing to do with the Bible. All right. And then people calling themselves the Ish people, they're not the real people. You so-called Negro Latinos and Native Americans are. And this is why they lumped you during 2020, saying that you needed to take the clot shot first. It says, the skill of the physician shall lift up his head, and in the sight of great men he shall be admired. Yeah, you know how to put together tinctures and put together herbal remedies and teas to cure cancer. We can do that. I can do it. Right? Now, it comes with a lifestyle change. You might know how to do it, but if the lifestyle change doesn't happen, then you can't cure it, because you just go back to eating pancakes every day that breaks down into sugar that feeds cancer cells. You have to kill those cells off first. So you need to be able to drop all the sugar or things that break down into sugar. And see, everything we eat breaks down into sugar. All right? And you really don't have no option, because it's not like in the ancient world. You got to go to the store and you got to eat what's presented for you. You don't know where it came from. The Lord hath created medicines out of the earth. See? And he that is wise will not abhor them. So from inception, they gave us vaccine, as babies, and I believe that, because they've been studying our people. We are the sons of God. Why wouldn't they? They show you that in the movies. Niggas in the lab studying niggas and all kind of shit. I believe, they've been working on, shortening our height, pretty much making us more as close to immortal as possible as these other nations, which we are gods, but ye shall die as men. Psalms, the 82nd chapter. Messing with our rods, food, more prone to, adversely affect our bodies by splicing the genes in these foods and stuff like that. Okay? So this devil's corrupted everything. The Lord said he created medicines out of the earth. Shit. Let's not even get into the nutrients in the food. It's not even there anymore. The water. From you as a child, bro, you've been being attacked with the Similac, your Similac milk, full of chemicals and poison, the water. All of those things are supposed to heal you, bro. Like we supposed to been drinking, our water out of copper and some gold. That should have been administered for us so we could be as healthy as possible. There's certain things that when you put copper in water and gold in water, and then there's supposed to be minerals in the water already. So we've been at a deficit since childbirth, at a deficit with our diets, with the water. And I'm just speaking about water, the air we're breathing. Okay. And this devil don't love himself, right? He's willing to destroy everything, all right, just to get what he wants, even himself. That's why the scriptures say, how shall he be good to himself? And it also says that, this is why we supposed to hasten the day, because there'll be no flesh to be saved, man. Okay. So I got more videos, but I want to just run through a few more scriptures real quick, because he had need of thee. And I want to look up the word shock and awe.
Hey Dave, South Chalk only. South Chalk.
Because you might ask yourself, what would be the point of shock and awe then? Right? Let me just put it in, because I don't know where this thing gonna come up. Shock and awe. What the devil just did. Now the scriptures tell you that this devil his tongue would fall upon himself. They can't help it. The scriptures also tell you that the Lord would lift up his skirt upon his face and make him naked and bare before the world. This is why all this stuff is coming out. Right? But the way it's playing out, these devils are in there. They're in the height of their pride, so they figure that they'll shock and awe you, which is a military strategy, which they can't get away from doing the will of the Lord, obviously. Because them telling on themselves in their pride, of course, a nigga got $1 million he want to be proud about. He want to show everybody. So the devil, he's in power. He want to show everybody, right? But you're just doing the will of the Lord, devil. Shock and awe is a military strategy of rapid dominance. It uses overwhelming power, massive firepower, and sudden force to stun an enemy. And that was the point of letting you people know that they got your ass with this juicy jab. Okay, just in case you can't understand that, because a lot of you people say, years ago we used to tell you about this stuff was coming. All right, the microchip, mandatory vaccinations for adults. I remember the elders going into that, saying that years ago, before any of this. And you would say, why would they do that? They wouldn't do that. Why would they do it? Hey, because it's just an evil thing, bro. I'm gonna get the scripture. It's what the wicked would do. All right, it's what the devil would do. All right, a sudden force to stun an enemy. Like, what you gonna do? Hey, they dropped the files, the Epstein files on you people and shit. So they like, let's keep dropping it. Give you a sense of hopelessness. And see, we're not hopeless because, hey, they're just adding another degree to our belt. It's like going to the dojo, prophecy. We reading off the prophecies like, up, there's another notch. We closer to what? That third degree black belt, which is going to be that crown that we're going to receive, man. It says, the goal is to break their psychological will to fight, see, before they can react. The term was coined in 1996 and famously used during the 2003 Iraqi invasion. Invasion of Iraq. You see? To shut down their military. Yeah, so, I mean, you really don't have any power. Let me get I didn't mean to open that. Let me get this real quick right here. You heard me?
Hey, couple.
All right, we were telling you there was no way that they could, you know, make that many jabs that fast for billions of people. We were telling you, hey, and it's only the beginning. Okay? And we're not even talking about the hypercancers, the people that still got it, that's all messed up. Okay? And if you do get sick, that thing could just spiral out of control because your immune system is already compromised. We passed on all type of paperwork that people were passing through social media. And that's the one thing why they want to, you know, regulate the social media, which is going to get more restrictive because, especially during that era, some of us saved it into our files. I know I got some somewhere. I just had to switch cell phones. But, the paperwork coming out about the hospitals, you know, making incentives for everybody that they could put, you know, no matter what they come in for, if they could stick the CV-19 on them, they got incentives. They even got incentives for putting people on respirators, and people died when they didn't even need to be on there. I personally know an individual, okay, that they was perfectly healthy, went up there, should have known better, and didn't come out that motherfucker. Okay, I had some more paperwork dealing with, the white woman was breaking down the control groups. You know, how many actual, you know, destructive potions were administered out of so many, like out of 15, how many actually got the death shot? It was like so many for every 15 people, so many, I forget exactly what she said. Maybe like six to 5 for every, you know. So those people who feel like, oh, nothing happened to me, that's because you didn't receive, you know. And it was done that way to bring more confusion. Let's get this. This is Ecclesiastes 14:5. This is the man who's ruling over you, the so-called white man. He that is evil to himself, to whom will he do good? Be good. He shall not take pleasure in his goods. I mean, this dude is evil to himself. Look at how he's ruling the earth. Even the ancient civilizations like Cyrus the Great, one of the Persian, modern day Iran, they go back to those people. Even he knew that when it was his time to be king on earth, all right, he had to do his best to please the Most High so that he could stay in his kingship. And he let the Israelites go and build their temple back to the Lord. This devil is destroying the earth, and he knows who we are. He knows, okay, the prophecies dealing with Esau, Edom. This is why he's running away from being an Edomite. He's totally changed, you know, turn everything upside down. Everything you read you think you smart because you go to the library, you read books. You're consuming all lies. You're being miseducated. Literally. 3, riches are not commonly for a niggard. Yeah, this is what these people do with riches. They'll create a CDC, gain of function, where they'll take diseases that don't affect humans and gain the function of those diseases to where now they can hop on humans. And these are the things that they're admitting to. You know, riches are not commonly for a niggard. Yeah, so who is the real niggard? The people that's running this earth. All right, the so-called white man. And what should an envious man do with money? Yeah, envious man envies our people. He's going to destroy himself, destroy the earth, because the earth is created for our sake. So this devil don't care when he dumping shit in the ocean, you know, destroying the animals and shit. He don't really care. You know, he's so destructive that he'll try not to. He'll set up control groups to try to save the animals at the same time, but it's just his nature. And he don't fully even understand that. And we've been the ones to coach this devil and remind him who he was. This is why you see this devil getting ready to show them horns, because he kind of lost it for years. He got caught up in the comfort and money and having that power over everybody and got soft. Now this devil is being brought to remember. He actually bought into the Most High being with him. The scriptures say, no, I'm not with you. I'm not all together, you know. I forget how it says it, you know. But the Lord said what I just said, that these devils, they got to the point where they actually thought the Lord was with him because they've been in power for so damn long. Hey, the bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Good for another 20.
I have a feeling they're going to call me in a second. Let me make this point, man. All right. So you people's soul is the prize this whole time, bro.
I'll cut away and take off.
I think I'm at the wrong place.
All right, bro, okay.
I think it's here. Let me look in Google real quick. If you have need of thee.
Hey, True Brady, we have permission for the house and all that, right?
Yes.
Okay.
What you waiting for? Yeah, okay. I was just there. Then I turned to 14, so I was right the first time. Ecclesiastes 13:6, man. And see, you're dealing with a sadistic person, man. Look at the word sadistic. He might look nice because he shaved his face, put on a suit, and always acts humble. But the scriptures tell us this how you act.
It's cold, relax.
Okay? But his blessing is the sword. He's destructive. This is the man of sin, the so-called white man. Okay?
They shut everything down. So
and just a side note, you got Israelites that look like so-called white people. All right? You got Israelites that are not Edomites but look like so-called white people, which is where the progenitor of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the so-called right race. If you go back to that lineage, our people, you know, long ago put our seed, the males put their seed in Edomite women. So now you got Edomite looking people that are actually Israelites so they can be saved. But that's even a curse on this side, because a lot of times they think they're so-called white people and they're going to ride with Esau down into the grave. Okay? This devil wants your soul, man. It says, this is Ecclesiastes 13:4. If thou be for his profit, he will use thee. But if thou have nothing, he will forsake thee. And at this point, you people, you don't have anything left. You've given this man all your heart, trust, soul, your hardest, earnest energy for these jobs, education, everything. So now you've seen the horns come out. He took your soul already. Now he's at the point of unraveling and shock and awe. Just letting you know what it is. Gotcha. Because see, you people were supposed to ride with this devil into the, you know, the abyss of the grave, because as the scriptures say in Isaiah 14, you know, hell awaits for you. The grave opened itself for you devils. All right. And that's talking about death. That ain't talking about no spiritual underworld. But see, you people at every end, you want this American dream that was sold to you. You want this righteous way that was sold to you, and you were deceived. But that ain't what the devil wanted. The devil done told you, like, look, I done gave you everything you wanted to do. I liberated you homosexuals, where you can be free to do. I done gave you people everything. I gave you women adultery. You could cheat on your husband. You can get incentivized for breaking up your marriages. I done gave you the drugs. I done gave you niggas, BET, all of that. And then now that they want to erect, you know, this Tower of Babel 2.0, their Scientology, their wicked religion, this New World Order, the MOTB, you know, through the voice of the prophets, you people got a problem with it. You think they don't see you on these comment boards? You know, they expected you to be down all the way. You want your soul back. You can't get it back. It say, if thou hast anything, if thou be for his profit, he will use thee. So yeah, you know, the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, you know, women were in dresses, men were in casual attire. Look at this clown. You know, everybody was supposedly doing what they, you know, he still had a moral way. I would say that, even though there's a lot of wickedness still going on, it's more hidden. But see, the devil, he needed it. All right, he needed to profit off you. He needed to make you people dumb, sluggish, docile, okay, believing in the lie to your own detriment, right? If thou be for his profit, he would use you. So he used you. He went in with the Hollywood. He went in with the mind control. He linked it up with what do you call that? Project, is it Mockingbird? Forget which project it was, where they merged Hollywood with the C to the I to the A. Military grade mind control over decades, through the music, everything, the school system. All right, but if thou have nothing, he will forsake thee. So now it's time to forsake thee. You people can't be brought any lower. You're at the total will of the international bankers now. How you get your food, how you get your information, everything. The only way out is through the prophets, through, getting away from that mainstream media and really just listening to the prophets. But you've been so socially engineered, even with this religion, Christianity and these other religions, these doctrines of men, traditions of men, that like the Lord said, he has to do the surgery. The Lord has to wake you up. He breathed the life into the breath into Adam. The Most High has to breathe the breath into you, man. It's wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, because everything around you, that's why the scriptures say the just shall live by faith and walk, they shall walk by faith and not by sight. And you people are forced to